All right, I tell you, place looks so new. It's been a, it seems like it's been a long time since I've been out here. Uh, Look, it's good. It's good to be back. Uh, First working day back, and they working me too. So we've got this press conference at 1, and then we're going to head to Del Mar Stadium for another event, press event at 2 o'clock. But look, I'm joined today by Vice Mayor Pro Tem Kestek Tatum, Councilmember Carla Cisneros, Councilmember Robert Gallegos, and Councilmember Edward Pollard. Uh, Let me just say, I hope everyone enjoyed their Christmas holidays, and want people to enjoy the rest of the holiday season. But today, in addition to the city council members, I have Chief Fenner with HPD and Chief Pena with HFD that are with me today, along with people from police staff as well as fire staff. The 6 years that I've been in office, every year right around this time, we start dealing with a lot of fireworks, even on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas night. I would tell you I was at home with COVID, but COVID or no COVID, the fireworks were all around. And so that was taking place. And then, of course, now Friday will be New Year's Eve. And if the trend continues as it has been, there will be a lot of people that would be using fireworks inside the city of Houston. And then there were a lot of people who will be shooting their guns illegally. And I want to emphasize, neither one of those activities, neither one is a legal activity inside the city of Houston. And so we wanted to hold this press conference today to emphasize that. New Year's Eve is Friday night. We're all looking forward to the tradition of ringing in the new year with family members and friends. But some people will make the bad decision, and I want to underscore bad decision, to celebrate by firing guns into the air or setting off fireworks. I want to remind everyone that the possession and use of fireworks is illegal in the city of Houston, and it is illegal and dangerous to fire a gun in the air. I know I saw Arturo Michelle, who's the city legal attorney, who is also present today, and just wanted to talk with him early this morning, just to kind of to verify. But it is clear the use of fireworks in the city of Houston is an illegal activity, and firing guns in the air in the city of Houston is an illegal activity. I want to show a short video to illustrate just how serious the problem is in our city. If we can run that right quick.
2021 began with a bang in Houston, but not from just fireworks. Houston police say an 8-year-old boy was shot in the hand while sleeping in his bed.
Elgin Freeman is in the hospital tonight. Celebratory gunfire, the cause for his visit. A bullet coming through his bedroom wall just before midnight. Freeman is one of 2 victims of celebratory gunfire during last night's festivities. A 24-year-old woman was hit in the stomach at a gathering about 15 minutes away.
Fortunately, those shootings weren't deadly, but celebratory gunfire ended beloved nurse Philippa Ashford's life last New Year's Eve and remains a problem year after year.
It's what local leaders warn us about every New Year's Eve, the dangers of celebratory gunfire.
This is a problem, folks, we see every New Year's Eve in Houston, and it is not addressed in any laws in Texas.
If you see right here on my head, this is a scar that I have.
Even state legislator Armando Martinez, who got shot in the head by random gunfire a few New Year's Eves ago, hasn't been able to get it passed.
Okay, that lets you know the seriousness of this matter. Discharging firearms in Houston is a Class A misdemeanor, which is punishable by up to a year in jail or a $4,000 fine or both. For 1 year in jail or $4,000 fine or both. And that's when you're shooting, they say celebratory gunfire, but it's the illegal use of guns and firing in our city. And for the illegal use of fireworks in our city, the range of the fine can be anywhere from $500 to $2,000. Let me just say that it's our intent to really crack down on the use of fireworks in our city and this illegal gun firing in our city. Not only is it dangerous, but it also pulls our officers away from calls of our firefighters, away from calls that are desperately needed. So let me give a little perspective. These are resources that are pulled away from call for service loop that could be used to responding to violent crimes such as robberies or home invasion. And also what goes up must come down, as you saw from State Representative Amanda Martinez. It will come down with force and velocity. So engaging in this dangerous behavior puts our neighborhoods, our friends, families, and especially our children at risk for potentially tragic situation. I just want to sum up by saying this. We worked with the legislature to try to pass a bill outlawing, criminalizing even more celebratory gunfire using State Representative Amanda Martinez. I know Bill Kelly and his team is also present. We're going to be pushing that bill again in the next upcoming session because we really, really want to crack down on it. So wanted to have this press conference today to underscore, number one, you may purchase the fireworks, but you need to use those fireworks outside of the city, not inside the city. That's number one. Number two, you can have your guns, but shooting these guns, firing these guns, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, or even before, is illegal inside the city of Houston. A misdemeanor could get you 1 year in jail, $4,000 fine, or both. So as we approach the last days of the year, 2021, let's do it responsibly. Let's be safe, and let's make sure that we operate within the confines of the law. Having said that, now let me yield first to Chief Fenner.
Thank you, Mayor, and good to see you back. First of all, thank you for your support, Mayor, throughout the city, throughout this year, I meant to say. I want to thank all the men and women with HPD and HFD, all our first responders, for keeping our city safe, and our other law enforcement partners. Before I talk about safety and so-called celebratory gunfire, and that's the last time I want to say that because there's nothing to celebrate when you're breaking the law. But I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our best, and the best in the world, the medical facility in Houston. All those professions that work extremely hard to save lives. I just want to thank them and acknowledge them for what they do every day. Also, I want to thank our great citizens for continued support in the efforts of building relationships with us. I also want to wish everybody a happy new year, and make sure on New Year's Eve that we bring in 2022 in safely. The mayor has hit it, and he grabbed my speaking points on two incidents that occurred last year, even after we had this meeting. Let me tell you something. We have to move away from that mindset of celebratory gunfire. We got to deep into our culture, in our city, and say enough is enough. Let me tell you and hear from the chief. We're going to have extra units out there, plain clothes, undercover, uniform officers. If you discharge that gun and you shoot up in the air and we catch you, make no bones about it, you are going to jail. And that's the message I want to send to everybody. But even stronger and deeper than that, we have 2.4 million if we count everybody. Everybody has to do their part. The police, the fire department, we can't do it alone. Just understand how dangerous it is. We saw the video of last year. So let's just get away from that and move forward. It's everybody's responsibility to make a safe New Year's Eve. I'm going to be out there. We're going to have my assistant chiefs out there. Troops are in force. Our fire department is going to be out there looking for people who are discharging fireworks and discharging firearms. So have a happy and safe 2022. It's been a tough year in 2021. Hey, let's just end it on a good note. Have some common sense and think about your neighbors. Think about your family members. But I'm glad to be here. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. It's good to see you back, and it's good to be back here with everybody. I also want to thank the incredible work that the Houston Fire Department, Houston Police Department, all first responders and city employees have been doing in 2021. It's been a challenging year, but we've faced those challenges, and I think we're in a better position now than as we moved into 2021. So I want to thank all of them for the incredible work. So here we are again. We do this safety message several times a year, 4th of July, New Year's, and I didn't know that Christmas fireworks was a thing, but apparently it is. It's illegal. It's illegal to have fireworks in the city of Houston. The fine is between $500 to $2,000 if you're caught setting off fireworks within the city of Houston. You can transport them, but you cannot set them off inside the city limits. The National Fire Protection Association estimates that over 18,000 fires each year are caused by the improper use of fireworks. And over 9,000 people are sent to the emergency rooms every year as a result of injuries sustained by improper use of fireworks. We have over 3 to 10 deaths every year as a result of the improper use of these fireworks. So it's illegal to use them. They're dangerous. And above that, they also can cause an impact on our veterans. Between 60 to 80% of our veterans suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. We have over 250,000 veterans within the city of Houston. And these fireworks can set off the symptoms of PTSD for our veterans. So keep that in mind. Be mindful of the hazards of not only the fire hazard for improper use of fireworks, but also the impact it has on our neighbors. And if I may, Mayor, I want to get off script a little bit, and I want to say that the biggest safety message that I want to give to our community is to just to be kind to each other. We understand that accidents happen. The Houston Fire Department, Houston Police Department, we're out there responding to hundreds of thousands of calls each year. And we know that when we respond to our customers, they need a little bit of TLC. But beyond that, a lot of times we're called to manage the impact of the terrible things that we do to one another. Drunk driving, family violence, road rage, murders. These things tear at the fabric of our community, and they have an impact on families. Please be mindful of that. Let's plan to be kinder to each other this coming year. We can't, in a city like ours, we can't just come home, shut the door, and shut the world out from us. We have to be mindful of our neighbors. We have to look out after each other, and let's plan to be better people this year. So with that, I want to wish the city of Houston, all the residents, the city of Houston employees, everybody a happy new year and a prosperous new year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Pena. And I know this issue is very, very important to our council members because they are the ones who are getting those calls in real time when the gunshots are going off and fireworks. Let me first bring up Vice Mayor Pro Tem Martha Castañeda.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Chief Pena and Chief Finner. Mayor, I'm so glad we're having this press conference because we definitely need to reiterate the importance of asking people to please not shoot their guns up in the air. When you are shooting your guns up in the air, it is reckless, it is dangerous, and it is illegal. That moment of thoughtless jubilation can cause terrible tragedies. So we are asking Houstonians, let's bring in the new year without the bang. Let's do it carefully, and let's do it so that no one has to suffer any tragedies. We can have fun without the danger. Happy New Year, Houston, and I hope that you will celebrate responsibly and safely.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Councilman Robert Gagas.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief Pena and Chief Finner. Like the video stated, a child last year was injured, a bullet in regards to the hand, and then a lady lost her life. So this is something very serious. Like the Chief Pena and Chief Finner were stating, it's nothing to be celebrating. Right. So it's so important that we just do the right thing and do not fire your firearms up in the air because, like the mayor stated, it will come down. So we need to make sure that we do the right thing. Quiero decirles a todos que es muy importante que no las armas, es ilegal aquí en la ciudad de Houston de disparar las armas. Hay una multa de $500 a $2,000 o un año en el prisión por usar las armas ilegal aquí en la ciudad de Houston. So, por favor, no usen las armas el 31 de diciembre para celebrar, porque no estás celebrando, es muy peligroso. So, gracias.
Thanks, Councilmember. Councilmember Cisneros.
Thank you, Mayor. The messages from everyone who's spoken so far have been so strong and so powerful and important. But Chief Pena, when you were appealing to people being kind to one another, that's really what's underneath us getting through this. So I thank you for that message, and also thank you for reminding us about the impact of the gunfire on veterans. I would like to also add that there's a huge impact on pets. Make sure you secure your pets. They will also be terrified. And we have a lot of animals that are just running wild and loose and get away during this time. And unfortunately, it is not just during the holiday season. We hear about, in my district, we hear about gunfire on a regular basis on weekends. So it gets worse this time of year. Please, please do not do it. It has an impact that is not good. Please don't do that. Happy holidays.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for your leadership, Chief Fenner, Chief Pena, and to my colleagues. We want to end the year off strong. We want to end the year off safe. When you are out there popping fireworks late at night, you're disrupting the lives of your neighbors. People have to sleep and get up and go to work the next day. People have young kids that they're trying to keep from being restless. We have pets. We have those who are veterans who are suffering from PTSD. Think about your neighbors. Think about those who live near you and the disruption you cause when you shoot your guns in the air or that you light those fireworks. We all have to live in this community, in this city together. Let's make sure that we're great neighbors when we're doing it. God bless you all.
Thank you. So lastly, let me just say, don't be responsible for putting someone in the hospital or for some loss of life. You don't want to do that. So don't be responsible for injuring someone or taking someone's life because you wanted to fire a gun to bring in the new year. Number two, don't be responsible for causing somebody's house to be burned or their apartment complex to go down in flames and putting somebody out as we approach the end of the year going into another year. So please do not do that. And then, of course, bear in mind what Chief Pena, Councilmember Cisneros had to say about our veterans and about our animals. So, and remember, the use of fireworks is illegal in the city of Houston. You don't want to be out of pocket of $500 to $2,000 because you decided to use those fireworks. And then, of course, the use of shooting off these guns, that is illegal. And you don't want to spend January 1st of 2022 in jail. You don't want to do that. And you certainly don't want to be out of your pocket for $4,000. So let's be responsible. Let's bring in the new year right. Let's do it responsibly, and then I think we'll be okay. Any questions from anyone?
If we can, let's keep the questions focused on the fireworks. If there's anything else, we may be able to get them at a later, the 2 o'clock event. But let's do just this one for right now if you have questions on fireworks.
Questions from anyone? You got it? Okay, we're good. Happy New Year. Enjoy it, okay? See you at Del Mar Stadium. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, man.